Today we're making the Cheshire Cat head in ghostly form. Can you see the smile floating in the air? Up there in front of the tree? Right there. Yeah, that is an illusion. And I want to teach you how to make that illusion. But first, we're going to make the sculpture, which is the basis of that illusion. I'm going to show you a sculpture of a heart that I did. I'm doing this all in Alice in Wonderland themes. So now you know why that smile's there. That's the Cheshire Cat who starts to fade away ghostly in front of the tree. And here is my initial sketch for the cat. I got these mini lights, and getting the lighting right for this visual trick was probably the hardest part. So I ended up lighting the sculpture from one side, and I had to light the mushroom. I created a light up mushroom. I didn't show you how I did that. If you wanted a video on that, I'll teach you how to do that, but you'll have to request it in the comments. I needed a light focusing on the tree because otherwise the tree was completely invisible. I started with a ball of tinfoil that I covered with air dry clay. Now, probably not using air dry clay for the most of the bigger things in this project. Things that don't require a lot of detail, air dry clay is great, but I have to say it's not my favorite sculpting medium because it seems to be made of clay and toilet paper. It's like fibers, and the fibers don't really cut away cleanly all the time. Although I have to say, this is not a terrible sculpture, but there are other mediums that I feel are more better. I don't know the right word, but like that are just more inclined for sculpting small things. So what you see here is a miniature turntable that I just glued to my fingernail. This will probably be in one of the other videos because I have decided to make this kind of an interactive project. So in this Alice in Wonderland world, maybe some things will spin, some things will light up. I was hoping to find a motor, but we'll see. I don't know if I'll be able to include a motor in it. I don't know how they work yet, but I'd love to have things that spin with the help of the viewer. These are some ceramic pots that I made a while back on my pottery wheel, and they're kind of, they look Alice in Wonderland-y, so I'm using that kind of a idea to draw a checkerboard on this heart, and then I'm going to paint it with black and white paint a million times until I get those lines really clear. It's actually harder than it looks. Like I make it look really easy, but just next time you paint a checkerboard, maybe you have really steady hands. Maybe you're better at it than I am. I don't know. It was tough though. But I make it look so easy, don't I? It wasn't that easy. So this heart, I'm not sure what part of the project this heart is going to glue into, whatever you call it, objet d'art, like the fancy gallery people say. I hope to knock their socks off when this project's done, but who knows? We're gonna break it up into a bunch of videos, bite-sized pieces for you. I don't expect you to follow along and try to make any of this project. I just thought you might like to see this for your amusement. I guess you can see where I'm going completely wrong here. You're probably seeing it before me and you're screaming at the screen, Julie, don't make him purple. Purple is tacky. Yeah, because when I was in art school, my watercolor professor, she did not like my choice of colors. She said my color choices were garish. You know, as I was painting this, I was thinking, there's something not right about this. I was hoping to, maybe get this thing in an art gallery if it comes out really cool. And when I put these colors on and I looked at it and I thought, oh, I'm completely missing the mark. Wait, that yellow with that purple, that actually does look wicked cool. But of course, I decided to go against that. I went against my initial idea and decided to make it a gray Cheshire Cat. Gray and black with green eyes and kind of some dirty looking teeth. Now, this part of the video is weird, but stick with me here, okay? I got this vacuum forming machine. I got those soft silicone sheets that you can vacuum form over, well, usually the dentist does it over your dental mold to give you like a retainer or make a bleaching tray for you. But I'm using it over this Cheshire Cat, and then I screwed it up. Oh my gosh, I screwed it up right here. It was still too hot when I was pulling it out, and I got the edge stuck to the front of the face. And when I pulled it apart, it stretched out this weird thing. Oh my goodness. But I learned my lesson, and I won't do that again because I think each of these sheets cost about $1.80 to make this mold. So I'm not going to do that again. And no, I'm not a dentist, but what I thought I could do is just make a mold of the cat and then carve it a little bit, and I can paint as many Cheshire Cat's heads as I want. Why would I want Cheshire Cat heads? I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna maybe I would sell them at the gallery if they come out good. And then I also, this one's really cute though, because maybe a person needs like a cool Alice in Wonderland paperweight or something. What do people actually even need paperweights? We don't even keep our house windows open anymore. What were paperweights? Like the wind was going to come blow through the house and blow my papers over? I mean, I don't know what this object could be good for, but I can make lots of them now because I have this mold. So if you have any good ideas, do let me know. I don't know, but it's just so fun to do the vacuum former. I have to find reasons to use it. Voila, look how cute it is, but it's not done yet because I really feel like it needs something. And here's what the cat looks like painted in black, white, and gray, but I don't know what just happened to the lighting there. Sorry about that. This is how the illusion works. Okay, see the front square? That's glass or plexiglass at a 45-degree angle in one quadrant. You have the cat's head in the other. And in the third quadrant where that little girl drawing is, that's where the tree goes. And then you have this space up in the upper right-hand corner that you're not using. So this is like the floor plan, imagine, of the box. And this here is what I'm building it on. I'm going to build it out of wood. I divided it into 4 quadrants. That quadrant we're not going to use. And then I'm just cutting it with a blade. This is balsa wood, like 1/8 inch. I think they usually do it in millimeters. It's like 2 or 3 millimeter thick. You can just cut it with a blade by repeatedly running a blade along it. See, I've built 2 walls, that's awesome. That happens, it's just one of those things. So I taped it together to see how it would look. And these are the useful quadrants here. As you can see now in the front right quadrant, you can see that diagonal line. That's where the plexiglass goes. And this would be the floor. So I am blacking out the whole box because I don't want you to see the box. It's like a magician. They put things in black and everything just looks invisible because it eats up the light. I'm going to glue it all together with wood glue. It works great. Trust me. I just used whatever cheap black paint I had. And then the back left quadrant, of course, is where the scene is going to show up. The reason the sculpture is not in the scene is because you're only seeing a reflection of the sculpture in the glass. That's why the glass is at 45 degrees. And now that everything is, ready to go, I took a little side trip here. I stuffed dental buff stone plaster. It's a kind of plaster that's really hard. It's like rock. And you mix it with water, and then a few minutes later, when it's in the mold, it heats up. And I stuffed garbage in it because why waste extra plaster? You can just stuff your recycle bin junk in the middle of it. No one will ever know. So see that he has that gross thing in the front. I'm going to carve that off later. I do keep jumping around. Here's why. While that's curing, I thought I would just add another heart to this heart. And I need a tree. So here's the basic. Here's how to make the tree. So the tree is tin foil, just crumpled up. And then I used copper wire to make branches. And I cut the loops at the end of each branch to open those up and make, additional, like where it forks out into more branches. I put air dry clay on it. And just by dragging a needle down and at various angles, it looks like bark. So then I just had to paint it and glue a couple of green leaves on it. This is the result of the mold that I made. And then I carved a little into it. And now I can paint it any which way I want, maybe with less sharp teeth. There is my mushroom lamp. It's just a little miniature lamp that I did in another one of my videos, which you can watch. And I show how to put those wires together so that the lights turn on. It's got a AA battery pack in it. This one's a tiny lithium flashlight, miniature. I'm just aiming that right up on the sculpture so that just his face reflects in the glass. And when you peek through the hole, there he is. And Alice walks up to him and she asks, "Which way should I go?" And he says, "Whichever way you go, you're going to end up there." But the cat can't tell her. You can't get advice from people about which way you should go if you don't know where you want to get to. So that's the kind of underlying philosophy that happens in this story. Alice is maturing and she's finding out that there's really no rules and it's very chaotic down here because we're all mad here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like the illusion. This is called Pepper's Ghost Illusion. It's just a trick of putting a reflection on glass, and then with the glass turned at a 45-degree angle, you don't see the glass at all. All you see is the ghostly image of the cat hanging in the tree. This is just part of a whole series of diorama boxes that I hope to stack up 6 feet tall. If you like this video, give me a like and subscribe so you can see the next one. I have more tricks up my sleeve. Thanks so much for watching. The almighty algorithm thinks you might also enjoy this video.